Shalom, this is Nikudot Goldfarb and Sfat. I want to share with you the movements I do for the 7th day of the Omer count, which will not be a holiday in Israel, but will be for those of you who live outside of Israel. So I'm going to record this early and put it on my YouTube channel, Nikudot Goldfarb at Nikudot Goldfarb 5008. And you can find it there at your own timing, wherever you live, so that you can count your 7th day with movement. So the colors I'm wearing, to go with the rainbow system that I like to remind myself which day it is, are brown for Malchut. It's Malchut Sheba Hesed. So I use brown for Malchut in the rainbow system. It's very much a grounding sense of sovereignty, a sense of selfhood and presence, Hashem's presence with me at each moment, Malchut. And I use purple for Hesed. So my skirt's purple, my top is brown, and then I forgot on the Yesod tape to mention my head covering, which is the day of the week. Now it's orange. It was yellow yesterday as the 6th day. It's orange this day because the 6th day is a Wednesday this year, and the 7th day is going to be a Thursday, which is the day of Hod, which is orange. So that's the color system that I use. I know a lot of you like to tune into that. And then for the vowels that I use to match the Tree of Life, Sefirot, Malchut doesn't have any vowel under the rule. So when I asked myself, what do I do with Malchut? I said, well, I wait for Hashem to breathe me. Because Malchut is God's presence. And how do we have God's presence with us at every moment? It is the fact we are inspired, literally. We are breathed by Hashem at every moment. And when you consciously wait for your breath and are breathed, being breathed is Malchut. So just practice standing with your legs parallel to each other, feet parallel to each other, knees slightly bent, hanging from the string, and allow yourself to be breathed. Just wait for it to happen. It's Malchut. Hesed, the week of openness and loving kindness and abundance, which is represented by purple here, is the Segol. It's wide open, a sense of being wide open to the universe. And I do it like this, right hand in front, coming down, and then up. 3 spots of the Segol, 2 on top, and the mouth is the 3rd. And when I do it outside like I'm doing it now, and look up at the clouds in the sky, I get a sense of wow. You know, it's that enthusiastic wow. And I bring that into myself. It's like a funnel for the universe to come in. And it's also a giving out. When the Kohen's blessings, when the hands are up, it's it can be a giving out to the world too. It's a sense of giving, a sense of loving kindness, and a givingness in the world. So the groundedness within that place of giving. And the combination is 3 combinations of Malchut Sheba Chesed. One for the nefesh level, the enlivening level of my soul, ruach level, the emotional level, and neshama is the intellectual, but also includes the others. So I start with just letting myself be breathed. this can be done right after you do the blessing on the Sefirot, and you count and say the blessings that come with the counting, and then do the representation and movement. Now, many people add to the saying that it's Malchut Sheba Hesed. They will add the 67th Psalm, the 7th word of the 67th Psalm, which happens to be Selah, and then they'll add in Ana B'Koach, they'll add the final piece of the 7th. There's 6 words in Ana B'Koach in each verse, and the 7th that they use for the counting, the 49 count, is they use the initial words of each of the previous 6 words. It's like a summary of that. And it's very interesting. The other thing they do is they count the middle verse of the 67th Psalm, which has 49 letters, when you include the vowels that aren't visible there. And the 7th letter in that middle verse is a yud. And it's interesting because it's like, with Ana B'Koach, it's like a summary. The yud is the tiniest letter. It's just a dot. And it's not only the beginning of every letter, but it's also, it's a pulling in of the first 10 numbers. And so it's like you move to a different dimension with yud. And when I do the yud I showed you before, it's the first one too, of the counting of the letters. And it was this yud, pointing infinite and bringing it into myself. So we'll do that one again. It's going back to poking a hole to the infinite, opening the hands to receive an answer, and bringing it into myself. And again. And since it's the 7th day, I've been showing you the counting up through the Aleph, Bet, Gimel, which you count in Hebrew with the Hebrew letters. So I want to show you the Zion for the 7th day. It looks like this in movement. And I do it on each side. So I'm alternating my feet, and I'm bending my head to make one side a little bit higher than the other side. The Zion is like a pole with a cross piece at the top that's slightly slanted. So this is a Zion. So now you have several different ways to count the Omer in movement, and I hope you enjoy doing this in your own rhythm, at your own time. Many blessings to you, that you may feel grounded and whole, and a sense of selfhood and confidence of God's presence with you at every moment, within all your loving relationships and all the places where you want to be giving. You keep that groundedness and that centeredness. Blessings to you.